The pupils don't appear to be dilated or constricted. I'm not seeing any other signs of an altered state of consciousness. The courier appears to be his normal self, but I would recommend a prescription of Fixer to be sure.
That's good news. Unlock this cell. I need to speak to the courier face to face.
Yes, sir.
Courier, how are you feeling? There's a lot that has happened that we need to go over. But first, I need to know what happened in Vault 9. Did you encounter Nigel Sue? Did he try to brainwash you? This gas caused you to hallucinate? What did you see? It must have been hard on you to see so many of your comrades killed right in front of you. But you're not to blame for their deaths. They knew what they were signing up for, and you did what you were ordered to. As for Sue, what became of him? Good riddance to him. I don't think the Frontier Legion have many left to lead them. They'll soon fracture, but I'll explain more of that later. There was an incident that needs to be dealt with first. I was about to get to that. I need to explain what happened while you were gone. Something involving Gray. He was caught trying to sneak a group of Legionnaires into the Liberator. Their plan was to wait for you to return from Vault 9, expecting you would have been brainwashed to attack us, and amidst the chaos they would try to steal or sabotage the Liberator. We have him in custody and have been interrogating him. He admits to being the Legion's spy, Dolus. He says he has always been working with the Legion, and was planted by them years ago. I would have never expected Gray to be the spy who's been tipping off the Legion. I've known him for years. I always believed he was a loyal soldier. He's committed treason. The punishment must be execution. He'll be put to a firing squad. I don't know what to believe. But it doesn't matter. He was caught working with the Legion in an attempt to sabotage us. He must still face the punishment for his crimes. Even if it were true, it can't be proven. I'm sorry, Courier, but he admitted to treason. There is no way to overlook this. This is not the fate I want for him either. But I must show my men that treason cannot be tolerated under any circumstances. I still have to keep him locked up. But maybe if we can discover who the real Dolus is, we can prove his innocence. You'll be free to go, Courier. I see no reason to keep you locked up. Come by my office sometime later.
Something you need?
Courier, I have a big announcement to make to all the troops. I would ask you to stand by my side. Excellent. I'll round up the troops. Men, women, I've called you all in here for an important announcement. But first, I would like to thank each and every one of you for your service and loyalty to our mission. Though times for us have been bleak, and many of our brave comrades have made the ultimate sacrifice, we have managed to pull through and are now much stronger for it. Our recent victories in the frontier have crushed the Legion, especially with the death of their legate, Marcus Valerius. They are now in retreat from the frontier. Many have been displaced or have surrendered. They are no longer the threat they once were. There may still remain small pockets of resistance, but they can be swiftly dealt with. The Frontier Legion has effectively been defeated. This leads me to my big announcement. I, General Elias Blackthorn, am officially declaring victory in the frontier. I thank the Courier for his impeccable aptitude that led us to this victory. The Courier is credited in repelling the Scav assault on the airport, sacking the Enclave camp, capturing Archimedes II, recovering the Seafinder, and killing Legate Valerius. We would not be where we are now without the Courier's help. In other exciting news, thanks to the resources gathered from Archimedes II and the technological brilliance of Jack Way, the Liberator is finally completed. It may now be functional enough to serve as a flying, mobile command base. This means the time has finally come for us to return home and remove that warmonger, Kimball, from power. As it turns out, Kimball has already taken notice of our might in the frontier and has offered to extend an olive branch. I have always intended for this revolution to be a peaceful one, so I will not turn down this offer. But I will not agree to anything less than his resignation. I have agreed to negotiate with him face to face on neutral grounds in California. I will be departing soon to travel there. In my absence, I will have the Courier assigned as my second in command. If anything is to happen to me while I'm gone, the Courier will take command of the troops. I want you all to have faith that we will soon be leaving this frozen hellhole behind and returning home to our land, to our families, and serving our people. I thank you all for your loyalty and bravery you have all shown me. Semper Fi. You're alright with me assigning you as my second in command, Courier? I know it may have come as a shock, but I trust you with the title more than anyone else. Rancor is a good operative, but we don't see eye to eye on many things. I need someone who I can trust to the fullest to lead my forces and to carry on the legacy. You only need to bear the title. My men will look up to you as an example, Courier. They'll see you as a symbol to follow. You don't need to do much more. You've already done everything I could have asked for. I must depart soon. It's going to be a long trip to California. Once this is all said and done, California will hopefully be where I'll stay. Wish me the best of luck.
Yeah, okay. See you.
What is it?
Courier, there's something urgent you need to see to. No, this cannot wait. It involves a potential nuclear threat. I'll show you in the briefing room if you'll follow me. There's an old nuclear missile silo located in this hazard zone at the bottom right corner of the map. It's likely to still house a live nuke that can still be launched. The reason I'm showing you this is because a faction calling themselves the Crusaders have recently moved into the location. I don't know if you've ever heard of these Crusaders, but they are essentially religious fanatics who are as well armed and trained as the Brotherhood and just as aggressive. Worst of all, their leader is Tasha Weaver. She was a Brotherhood of Steel paladin who fought against Blackthorn's forces at Helios 1. It was a major loss for the Brotherhood and for Weaver. I personally put a few bullets into her armor. Thought she was dead. Should have put one between the eyes. I wouldn't put it past her to still hold resentment for that defeat. Why else would they risk traveling to such a hazardous place? The nuclear silo sits on land that has been crumbling away into a crater, likely created by an atomic bomb that was dropped during the Great War. From what I've heard, these Crusaders believe they're waging some kind of holy war. They've been going around proselytizing people and punishing anyone who they perceive as enemies of rebuilding humanity, often punishing them by death. I'd call it a safe bet that they're planning on launching that nuke, and that their prime target will be Blackthorn and his forces. Agreed. But it wouldn't be wise to send all of our forces over to confront them. They'll likely panic and launch the nuke. I suggest you and AJ travel to the silo and investigate what they're up to. Maybe you can talk them down from launching the nuke, though I doubt you'll have any luck. These are fanatics who call themselves Crusaders we're dealing with. You'll likely have no choice but to engage them in combat. I would suggest you defuse it so it can't ever be used. But that's ultimately up to you, Courier. I'll have a vertibird prepped to fly you out. Just jump on board when you're ready.